What up? And welcome to another episode of From the Script to the Screen, Ranger Reject Edition, going over Volume 5, which has chapters 33 to 42, ends up covering episodes 9 and 10 of the anime. So as always, gotta shout out the creator, Negi Haruba, and gotta give a shout out to the studio, Yostar Pictures. Appreciate all parties involved. Now, going off of the last couple episodes, we know that the cadets are still going through their selection exam, and they've taken it upon themselves to change the original order. So now it's the underdogs versus the elites, and while this is happening, we see that the Blue Keeper finally makes his appearance. There's a boss on the scene, and the Blue Keeper has taken it personal because his lieutenant was hurt and things of that sort. But he ends up running into Fighter D and Fighter X. And one thing that I do want to say is there was a difference between the manga and the anime. Big Muscle Man, who they portray in the show to be dense, actually ends up helping Fighter D because, again, we know that he can change appearances, and he actually thinks that the Keeper is trying to hurt Sakurama, not knowing that he's a monster. But they didn't show this exchange in the anime, but I would think that some of the manga readers found it a little funny, but not too big of a difference. But after battling with the Keeper for a couple minutes, the fighters understand that they're outmatched, and Fighter X decides to take her to her actual boss. Now, we know that Fighter D is a little conflicted about this, and it's understandable because in his eyes, the fighters have been pushed around because the bosses aren't here. And so the fighters probably feel like their experience would be a little different if someone stronger was around. So I can't say I really blame him for being angry, but we know that there's more to be revealed, and there must be a reason for the fact that the bosses have went into hiding. And when we finally see Peltrola in his final form, I can understand why the fighters miss their bosses so much. He definitely gives the Blue Keeper a run for his money, and I gotta give a shout out to Yostar Pictures because I love the action in these week's episodes. The divine artifacts were all well done and appeared to be just as grandiose as they make them out to be. Love the way they did the art and the effects of the attacks, and I thought the fights were well choreographed, with the episode being well sequenced. Definitely my favorite panel of the week. Again, we're just starting to learn about the divine artifacts, but the fact that they have different attacks is pretty cool to me, so can't wait to learn more about them. And shout out to the bosses. Like I said, I was a big fan of Lord Peltrola's final form and the fact that he has multiple uses of his body. We see that he's able to spread himself out, and towards the end of the episode, it's fighting on multiple fronts. Not only is he fighting the lieutenants, but he's also fighting the cadets. So he's fighting a war on like 3 fronts. Again, showing just how powerful the bosses could be. But we see Fighter D's confusion finally come into play at the end of the episode, and he actually decides to attack Lord Peltrola. Again, definitely has some animosity for the past 12 years, like he said. These guys have felt like they've been humiliated, and like things could have been different if, for lack of better term, mommy and daddy were around. But the fight's just getting started. Looking forward to seeing how things play out, because now I don't know if more monsters are gonna pop up, but we'll see. Let me know what you guys thought about the episodes if y'all reading the manga. Till next time, peace.